Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on NNT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, behind the camera, giving you guys all these awesome in-depth walk-around videos. Today we're taking a look at a really nice little Jeep here. And I've always wanted to film the Compass since it first came out. I just never got the time to do it. Now here we are with the 2019 Jeep Compass in the Altitude trim level. Alrighty, so here we are with the window sticker of this particular Compass, so that you guys actually know what we're dealing with here, what kind of optional equipment we have on the car. So you can think of the Altitude trim level as just sort of an appearance package for the Latitude trim level. It definitely dresses it up quite a bit with the black accents and all that good stuff. But in addition to the Altitude appearance package, we also do have the customer preferred package, which comes in at an extra $1,320. And I'll zoom in for you so you can see the features that it comes with. You can see the first package up there. Then we also have the cold weather group, the next one down, charging us an extra $845. So we have the heated front seats, remote start system, and then the heated steering wheel, the all-weather floor mats, all that good stuff. A bunch of pretty useful options in that package there. We also have the 7-inch color display coming with the popular equipment group with the powered seats, four-way lumbar, auto-dimming rear view mirror. We have the 9-speed automatic as well, optional. Then we also have the destination charge of $1,495 for a total vehicle price of $30,650. To me, it's pretty good amount of equipment for that little of a price. So you have heated steering wheel and everything on this car, so it's pretty well optioned for the price. We also have some fuel economy information and some crash test ratings. Then we also have our parts content over here, which I know a lot of people like to see. So, wrapping our way around to the side of the 2019 Compass, we can choose between 6 different color options. Both are, all 6 rather, are two-tone color options. So you have your base color over here, and then a black top as well, which gives it a pretty neat look. Again, there are 6 different color options. One we're working with is the white clear coat, and the wheelbase stands at 103.8 inches. And finally, making our way around to the rear of the vehicle, we can talk about our drivetrain and a little bit of towing. You can choose between front wheel drive or all-wheel drive on the Compass, and then you can tow up to 2,000 pounds, which is pretty good in my opinion if you have the car properly equipped. So as you will see when we're checking out the exterior, this car is quite a bit dirty. So we are up here in New England, and it is of course the winter time, so there's going to be salt on these cars if they went for test drives and whatnot. And I decided to start cleaning it off a little bit, and I said, why am I doing this? It's a Jeep, it's supposed to be dirty. So if there's one car I'm going to film, it's going to be a Jeep, and it's dirty. So just to let you guys know. However, starting off with the details on the car, we have full halogen headlamps. One bulb on the outside is used for lows, and the bulb on the inside is used for your high beams. You can get HID projector bulbs as an option. However, we have the basic headlights. If we work our way down below, we have some fog lights as well as our turn signals in a separate quadrant. And we also have this black cladding, flat black cladding that helps out reducing the amount of rock chips and whatnot on your nice white paint. The 7 slats for the Jeep grille are all blacked out, so is the Jeep emblem. Looks pretty good with the Altitude edition. That's pretty much it for the front end. Pretty good looking, but definitely instantly recognizable as a Jeep. So taking a look up here at the hood, we have that crease that goes all the way around the edge of the hood. Then we also have a few towards the center with our washer jets up there. We also noticed that that black flat cladding goes all the way around the wheel arches and down the side. We have these nice blacked out 18-inch wheels on the Altitude. Aluminum wheels, of course, and the tires measure 225/55. We also have ventilated disc brakes in there. Again, you can see the whole top is blacked out on the Altitude. We also have the black accents going all the way around the windows too. The Compass emblem is all blacked out too. Flip around, we can see the mirror, and it's got the little Jeep emblem at the top there. Pretty cool. We make our way back. We have our door handles. Now the two front door handles will have this button which indicates the smart key entry. Making our way back. We have the same wheels back here. Solid disc brakes do just fine. We have the antenna up there as well as our roof rails. A blacked out spoiler with our third wiper, and we'll take a walk back quick. We have these pretty neatly designed tail lamps back here. Take a look while they're on, they look pretty cool. We have our 4x4 emblem. Again, the Jeep emblem over here. We have the backup camera and the trunk release. Again, more of the black cladding back here. And some pretty good looking exhaust tips. So dual exhaust, but on one side. So pretty good looking exterior. So before we hop on the inside, I'm going to show you how the smart key entry system works. I have the key fob in my pocket. If I want to lock the vehicle, all I do is just press this button here. It'll beep just to let you know it's locked. But if you want to get in the vehicle, just simply put your hand behind the handle and it'll unlock for you. Now on the Altitude trim level, there is only one color option. It is of course the black that we're seeing here. And it has a combination of cloth material and a leatherette. We have nice materials up here, soft to the touch. Some bright work with the lock and the handle over there. And then we have the softer leatherette where your arm's going to rest. We'll have our lock-unlock window controls, mirror controls. We also have a 6-speaker audio system that comes standard. You can also opt for an 11-speaker Beats audio system. We have the bottle holder over here and then a little bit of storage right behind it. As far as the left of the dash goes, we have an air vent, our lighting controls, so for the exterior lights, the fog lights, we have a gauge dimmer, and then for the interior lights, you can also see the release for the tilt telescoping steering wheel. Down here we have our pedals, our dead pedal, and then our hood release right down there. We also have our controls for our 12-way powered seats, and that's including our 4-way lumbar. These seats are pretty nice. The leatherette has a nice detail in the grain. The fabric also has a nice shape in it as well, and there's some stitching on the side. But let's get out of the cold and wind and we'll check out the rest of the interior. So here's the key fob that comes with the Jeep Compass. It's pretty traditional Chrysler Group key fob. They've had this for quite a while, but it's a nice light key fob that you can slip in and out of your pocket nice and easy. This car is completely keyless, but you do have a physical key on the inside in case you need that for whatever reason. We have the unlock, lock, remote start, and panic alarm as far as buttons go. But of course, how you start it up, just make sure you have the key fob within the interior of the car. Foot on the brake, and the push to start button is right there. Okay, so let's start off the driver's cockpit portion of the interior with this very nice, thickly bolstered, leather wrapped, and heated steering wheel. Pretty good looking steering wheel if you ask me. This nice large airbag cover with some chrome accents, the Jeep emblem. We also have some buttons on the steering wheel. Now these 4 quadrants with the OK are used to control the LCD up there. We also have our Bluetooth controls and voice commands. We all have our cruise control over here, and there are also buttons on the back of the steering wheel. So if you could see, there's a rocker right here that'll control your audio volume, and the one in the middle will control your source. And there's also a set of buttons on this side too, and that will change through your presets. So again, this steering wheel is heated, which is very much appreciated on a 29-degree day like today. It is also tilt and telescoping with that little lever that you saw earlier. Behind the steering wheel, we have a couple of stalks, one for your high beams and turn signals, and the other for your front and rear wipers. And you can see right over here is where they chose to mount the start-stop engine button right there, so it's a pretty easy location. It's usually where you stick your key. That's where the start-stop button is. So taking a look at the leopard dash, looks like we have a nice big defroster that runs pretty much the whole span of the windshield. And the dash is a nice soft to the touch material too. Now if we take a look down here at the 7-inch screen, we have currently displaying our climate control. Now there are a few different climate controls at the bottom, but I would mainly use this for the climate myself. So we have all of our different settings up top, so our front and rear defrost, max AC, AC recycling, and then turning on the automatic function. Then we also have where we want the air to blow right up here, our 2 individual temperatures for the dual zone climate control, and then the fan speed, a sync and an off to either side of the fan speed. Now down here you're going to have all of your different menus. So we could click on this. This is the radio screen. It'll bring up your presets up top, your source on the side, and then a few different menus over there. We have our media screen, which not a lot is going to show up because nothing is connected. However, this is what it's going to look like if you have music playing or whatever. The album cover will show over there and everything. We obviously have the climate, and then just all of our apps that come on the vehicle. So radio, audio settings, and all that good stuff over there. Our media, just our basic settings over here. If we go back, we can pull up a compass, which is pretty unique because we're in the Jeep Compass. We can also go over to control our heated seats and heated steering wheels. But if you want to quickly control those, you can go right over to our controls menu, where we have our heated seats. There's a low and a high for both the passenger and driver, and then there's one stage for the heated steering wheel. And it's not overly hot, it's pretty much just right. So right here we have our phone screen, which again, it's not going to display a whole lot because we don't have a phone connected. But obviously once you pair the phone via the Bluetooth, all your contacts will sync over. You can start making calls and all that good stuff too. Then we also just have our settings over here, which we just went through. So I would usually probably just leave it on the radio screen, change it to whatever station you like, and it'll display the song name. And we do have a nice amount of gloss black that surrounds the screen with a couple of air vents. Taking a look down here, we have the volume knob, and then turning off the radio, a mute screen off. And you can just touch the screen or press the button again to turn it on. We have our hazards, our tune knob over there. Then we also have some climate settings down here. So our fan speed is this rotary dial, our temperatures, front and rear defrost, and all that good stuff. We also have a terrain response section over here where we can lock the car into four-wheel drive if you need. We also have the auto mode. We have a snow mode as well. We also have sand and mud too, which is pretty neat. And you also do get a pretty cool display up here when you change the different modes. So pretty neat. And by the way, I did forget to explain this instrument cluster up here. So we have a large RPM and large speedometer analog on either side of the LCD display. And then within the display we have our temperature gauge and fuel gauge as well. And we could also customize what we see within that screen there. So we can move down to different main menus, and there is usually different sub-menus within the main menus. So within our vehicle information main menu, we could go into different sub-menus by selecting these two buttons. So our tire pressure, coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil, and battery voltage. Moving down, we have some fuel economy screens. We also have a trip A and trip B. And we have what's going on with our start-stop system, so it'll tell you if the car has shut down at a red light or not, and if it's ready to get started up. We have our audio screen, different messages and reminders, and then we can just basically set the screen up so we can customize what's in the different corners of the screen. So pretty neat to see that you could do that. Then we have all of our different settings. And then it goes back to our digital speedometer. So make your way back where we left off. We have a couple of power outlets, so a USB auxiliary and a 12-volt outlet. We also have a nice little storage down there for our spare change or what have you. Now the Jeep Compass does come with a pretty neat array of transmissions. Now the one we have with us today is the 9-speed automatic. You can also get a 6-speed automatic and a 6-speed manual. So 6-speed manual I'm pretty sure is only available on the most basic trim, and then you can also opt for the 6-speed automatic. However, again, this is the 9-speed automatic. So we have the regular park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then a manual mode. Once you put it into reverse, we have the backup camera. The guidance lines move as you move the steering wheel to predict your path. And then of course neutral drive and manual mode. It's a pretty nice shifter there with a nice leather boot, some bright work. And then down here we have a few different buttons with our electronic parking brake. So to activate it, just make sure your foot's on the brake, pick up. Once it's activated, the light is illuminated. If it's deactivated, the light will go off. We also have the button to turn off and on our auto start-stop system and turn on and off our traction control. We also have two pretty decent sized cup holders down here and a nice small armrest. Once you lift that up, you have a pretty decent amount of space in here with a rubberized tray. If we take a look up here, we have a pretty large mirror with the auto day and night mode. You can turn that on and off right there if you wish. We have our center stack up here with some illumination to either side. We have our visors with a mirror and light, and also a card holder, and a nice gray headliner as well. In case you're wondering, you can get a panoramic sunroof as part of an option group. So at this point in the video, we have seen pretty much everything that the driver will need to know about in this car, and I'm going to adjust the driver's seat to a normal and comfortable seating position for my 5'10" self. And we're going to check out the rear quarter of the car, see how much room there is, and also see what kind of stuff we have for amenities. So back here we have a nice tall door with some nice leatherette material over here, hard touch and hard touch down there. We do have a speaker on the door though, and our window switch, a bottle holder, and a little bit of storage. Nice bright work with the handle and the lock too. So we of course have a bench seat back here, combining the leatherette and the cloth just like up front. We can fold down the seats with this little pull tab right there. We also have a nice armrest and a place to put your phone right there, and a place to also put a couple of beverages. So I'm going to hop in and show you guys how much room I have. So pretty good amount of room back here. I'd say at least 3 inches of leg space. Again, I'm 5'10". We also have a couple of air vents back here, a USB charging outlet, and a regular 3-prong household outlet. So pretty good looking interior for the Jeep Compass. I do really like it. Again, like I said earlier, there's quite a bit of equipment for the price that you're paying for the car. But for the next portion, we'll check out the glove box and see how much room is in there. So the passenger door pretty much mimics the driver's door as far as design goes. There's just a few less buttons. Now the passenger seat does have a manual seat. It is a 6-way adjustable though. So you have the height over here. You also have the backrest adjustment over there on the top. And we also have the back and forth right here with the bar. We have a little bit of storage over here with that net. Looks like you could put your phone there. And we have a pretty decent amount of space in the glove box. So it goes in quite a ways, and take a look at the owner's manual. It's pretty neat looking with the cloth and the orange stitching. That pretty much does it for the interior. Let's check out the trunk next. Alright, so we could pop the trunk using the handle right below the license plate. It'll lift on up nice and easy for you, and then you could also close it right on down up here. We also have a couple of pretty cool Jeep insignias hidden, little Easter eggs underneath the trunk as well. We have grocery bag hangers to either side. We also have some lighting to either side and a 12-volt power outlet right here. We have cargo tie-downs in all 4 corners of the trunk, and a pretty decent amount of space in that. Space will almost double if you fold down the rear seats. Now we do have our all-weather and carpeted floor mats back here as well. And if we open the cargo floor, it expands the cargo room pretty greatly, so it goes in nice and deep. And you also have your tire inflation kit back there too. And again, you can lower the trunk right on down with this handle right here. Goes down nice and easy. So opening the lid to the 13.5 gallon fuel tank. According to the window sticker, you should be seeing fuel mileage right around 22 in the city and 30 on the highway. You can see we also have a capless fuel filler. Alrighty, so now that you have a full knowledge of the 2019 Jeep Compass Altitude, we must conclude the video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you stay with us for future in-depth reviews.